What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and we are back.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Everybody wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am followed here by Grainy So Debonair. We are excited to have you guys back. We're gonna try this one more again to do a So Busy recap. Hopefully this season we can get to the reunion.
Can you hear me now?
Wait, I could hear you before.
I think my internet was going in and out, so because I restarted.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. How you doing, So Deb?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let's see who's in here. What's going to protect my energy? Hey, God favors me. Come on, God favors me. Hey, Naris 21. Hey, DGF. What's up, Monique? We back barely. Hey, Tylese. My 2 favorite men. Oh, thank you. Well, let's see how this goes. Yeah, it seems like y'all are excited. Somebody has to be excited. So we're gonna get straight into it because I got stuff to do later. And so I just want to get the in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you changed something with the rush?
You should have created a background for this. Why didn't you create a background?
I thought you already had one from last time.
Yeah, but that one was specifically for Candy and the Gang. Don't you wanna go to the place that me?
Oh yeah, we didn't do. Okay, yeah, I'll make one.
Yeah. So apologize to me, and apologize to
you.
You
apologize to me.
Oh, I'm not apologizing to you.
Well, then don't expect one from me.
Okay, so then we can move on from here.
Clearly.
So y'all, let's get into the episode. We are recapping and reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac. Season 7, episode 1, spring or whatever they called it. Scale of 1 to 10. Put it in the comments. What do you give the episode? What do you rate the episode? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. So Deb, what are you giving it?
I give it a 10 for me. I enjoyed the entire thing.
Really?
I really did. I enjoyed every moment of the stuff that I didn't like and the stuff that I did like.
No, there were things you didn't like. We just got here.
I know, but I always don't like something.
That's true. I'm gonna give it a 8.
8.
Uh-oh.
What's worse the other 2 points from?
Well, I think we just started, so we're just trying to get together some of the storylines. We're reintroducing individuals. We're still trying to make sure that people understand who. So I'm gonna give it like an 8. I thought it was good. Okay. But we're just starting off their stories. We're reintroducing some characters. We're giving updates. I can't get too excited about all of that. Like I need a little bit more than just. I think my excitement though is why I give it such a high number. Because if I didn't really know the show and I was watching it for the first time, I would be like, oh, this is like a 6. But I know the girls and I'm excited about it, so I'm giving them an 8. But we're just reintroducing them. We're seeing what people have been, what's going on with their lives. So I was excited about it. Let's see what
maybe that's why I get ready for 10 too, because I was excited about it.
Yeah, but you can't let that cloud your judgment. You know how you see somebody they so fine, you want to sleep with them, and you're like, oh my God, yes. And then then you had sex with them, and it was just like, oh. But you're doing it. But you'll do it again because they're so fine, and you're like, well, he's better at other things. You want to give them the hype. Did you like it as much as me? Oh no, more. You was the best I ever had.
I think my favorite part was Giselle not wanting Wendy to touch her. Like that was my favorite part.
Can we not? Spoiler alert.
Well, I mean, we're going to get there in a minute, but I'm just saying, I think that
So
was
then let's get there.
that was my 10 moment for me, though.
So then let's get there.
Okay.
We're doing this already.
Doing what?
We
Are you ready for me to pull up the slides? Is that what you're saying?
sure.
Oh, okay. You could have just
Okay,
said it.
so here we are. We start. Your service is bad in that house.
It's not even that. This is why I told you I want to pull the pictures because they're blurry because of the website that I get them from. So it's not the internet part. It's the fact that the pictures are just blurry. That's why I said I didn't want to do it, but you forced me to do it.
So we start off with Giselle and Karen out at the Cherry Blossoms. I love the Cherry Blossoms. You used to live in the area about 2 hours away from it, but did you ever go see the Cherry Blossoms?
I did see those. I actually thought about this. I must say, I feel like that we should do this. When I come back to visit the next time I'll come around this time, I feel like we should go on a picnic under the cherry blossoms.
Okay, well, sure. I guess, sure.
The food just have to look better than that, but other than that, I
that
feel like
first of all, that sushi looks good. Do you know, like the cherry blossoms come and go? Like in this area, you got 1 week, and you know how you be, hip hopping, the hip hop rapping, girls' time. Who knows when you're gonna come? The cherry blossoms come and go really fast. So if you're going to do like the cherry blossoms and you're gonna do like you got to be on it.
Right.
So they're out there. They sit down. I thought the picnic was nice. I love the accoutrements. I love the food that they had together. It seemed that look at the fruit. I love the sushi. I was telling Bae when we was watching. I was like, the sushi was from Wegmans. And I love a Wegmans. I love a Wegmans sushi.
You have Publix there?
We do not have Publix there. That's more like
okay. So then it probably was from Wegmans. Yeah, it looked like. I thought I was going to.
It seemed like Just Simply has been there before. Just Simply was like, she's like, oh, that's a Wegmans sushi. I know for sure. For sure, that is a Wegmans sushi. Come on, Just Simply. How much it costs? Just Simply. Which one is this? Shay said those trees are gorgeous. So the perfect time to go downtown and have a picnic would be during the cherry blossoms. Now I will say you better have a covering because the cherry blossoms fall and they will fall on you. So you think it's cute and everything, and here you are poisoned by a cherry blossom tree because you're trying to eat raw fish and cherry blossoms together, and it just don't work. So they sit down, lovely picnic blanket. I just learned what a picnic blanket was. Like, I didn't realize that there's a different, this is so off topic. I didn't realize that picnic blankets were different than regular blankets. Picnic blankets have like a tarp on the bottom of them. And then on the top of it, it is like a regular blanket, but it's a tarp on the bottom of it. And I used to just think you could just bring a regular blanket to picnicking until I had a friend who was like, no, this is what a picnic blanket is. Y'all put in the comments, did y'all know that? Did you know that?
Yes, most Black people think that that's what you just bring a blanket.
Yeah, you just put a blanket down. See, it's give me a tablecloth, I'll put it on the floor. And we'll sit on top of that. But I didn't know that there's like a tarp thing under it, and then that's what a picnic blanket is. Yeah, which is cool.
We do a lot of picnics here at Piedmont Park in Atlanta, so that's why I know.
Oh, you'll be attending?
Yeah, we do. During COVID, we had a lot of like social distance gatherings where we had picnics at the park.
Not a social distance picnic.
A social what?
A social distance picnic?
Oh, okay.
What you just call it?
You just called it that. I was just trying to figure out what that was.
See, Dee said she thought it was just a blanket. So they sit down immediately because Karen don't want to talk about what she not doing with the ding dong that don't work at her house. And Giselle don't got no business. They immediately start talking about Ashley. Okay. So they talk about how she's moving. Can you give us a couple of her TikTok moves? So we see Ashley on TikTok, and you're gonna stay there in that corner, young man. No. So they show Ashley doing her drive. Is it just me, or does she always be stiff? You won't break my
Well, she is.
soul.
She is stiff, but she's mixed. So there's a little stiffness there. That's okay.
Barely. Here's your daughter Ashley. Here's your daughter Ashley. She's barely mixed.
I enjoy her TikToks.
Do you?
Yeah. She looks like she's having fun. That's how I would look if I was doing them, because I can't dance either.
And look at a mess.
Yeah.
Look at a mess.
I think it
Wait a second. What?
What?
Somebody look that up for real? Okay, look, wrong show. Oh, y'all gonna get my blood pressure. But she do be looking stiff. So then they start talking about that. Somebody look that up. And we'll discuss it later. So sorry, y'all. My chair just keeps going down, so I'm gonna be doing that for a minute. Karen is shocked that she's getting a divorce. And Giselle said, well, why? Because his peen's everywhere. Overseas, on seas, everywhere else. You know, I don't understand why you would be shocked. Then Robin shows up and she's like, hey, Grouse. And then Ashley shows up. Robin don't got no business either. Oh, that's what you sent me because I put my phone on do not disturb. So then Ashley shows up. So I thought the picnic was nice. I love the accoutrements that they had. Then they said, you know, it's been 2 months since they've all seen each other because they're real friends on this show.
Mm-hmm.
He not dead, right? Not Shame So Young. He not dead, right? Child, was it just a heart attack?
He's in rehab now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so all is well. We can move on to this show because I felt bad. Like, oh, I hope the young boy not dead, but he not. Okay, so you know, so they really do go out. They you know, they do go see each other. So it's been 2 months. They're really friends, and they you know, Karen was like, I didn't realize you were trying to choke me in the photo, but that's what friends do. I be trying to choke so that in photos.
I think I have that. There you go.
No, look at her trying to choke her. I don't know where they are though. I think they look like they're downtown.
That looks like something you would do though.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that friendship
so,
stuff?
Yeah, that's how you know you're close friends when you're going like you know, put a knife. you put a knife to their throat. Yeah, that's how y'all know y'all real close friends.
You ain't real friends if you did.
Yeah, if y'all not doing that, then y'all not real friends. Get it together.
What are you doing?
Get your friendships up. So they start talking about Mia and her health. Now, Robin was like, this was a little vague. And Ashley said, I didn't think it was vague at all. She said she has cancer. And Robin said, well, I reached out to her and then I wanted to know, do you have cancer? Do you not have cancer? What's going on with you? And then she did another social media post that says she didn't have cancer. Thank you guys so much for asking about me. Here's your daughter, Ashley. It was just what's going on. And they said, so are you sick? Are you not sick? What's going on? You're taking us on this roller coaster of emotions, and it's a lot that we have to deal with. Mm-hmm. And basically the conversations around, you know, her communication is just very weird. You doing all of this on the internet. Do we know what's going on? Do we not know what's going on? What's happening with you? And Karen was like, look, I think we should talk to her because yes, it's kind of weird that she's putting it on social media, but I also feel like, well, let's give her a chance to explain herself. What did you feel about all of the stuff that Mia was doing with social media?
I think hearing her explain it, and I'm going to be.
We haven't gotten there yet. Can we just stay on task?
No. I'm saying in the post that we just pulled up, her explaining it. We just pulled up the post. I just pulled it up.
Okay. You're very aggressive today.
I'm not. I'm just trying to answer the question, and then you're jumping down my throat. I don't understand yet. I didn't even say anything. But I think her explaining it to me, I do understand it because, you know, sometimes when you're going through things, if social media is your outlet, that's what you do. We're in a time where social media, we do stuff like that.
I thought at the time, and I'm talking about before we learned anything about the end of the episode, I was thinking she was dog whistling.
Yeah.
She was just automatically was like, oh my God, I got to go to the cancer center. The doctor said cancer center. I got to get treated, tested at the cancer center. And I immediately was like, oh my God, she has cancer. oh my God, like we need to figure out what we got to do. Like I got so nervous for her. And I was like, we just got a chance to know her. Cancer. That's all. And it was just all the right words to say cancer. And then a couple of days later, it was like, oh, so no cancer. Just testing.
I think you got to think about the patients who, the doctors call and say stuff like that too. I mean, that's literally sometimes how it goes. So
yeah, then you wait.
I think maybe she doesn't have a history of people with cancer in her family who don't know that. Maybe she thought she had cancer, or maybe she doesn't know people like that. But I think that she probably was panicking. I mean, I probably would have. I don't know if I would have posted it like Karen said on the internet, but I still would have kind of called somebody like, yo, I think I have cancer, or I have cancer. Like, I don't know. I would have panicked. You
would have got on your knees like Karen said?
I would have, and I would have prayed to God.
Amen. That's what I call it too.
I ain't ready to go yet.
I agree with Ashley. I agree with what Ashley was saying.
Good one, DV. Good one. Pull his card.
But I do feel like it was a lot of cancer. I'm dead. I'm dying. This is a post from the beyond. And then it was like, oh no, sorry, just testing. And it felt like the doctor was telling her, we're seeing things. It could be this. We need to run more tests. And I would have loved if she would have just been like, something's wrong with me. They're fearing that it could be something. We're not sure. I don't want to say what direction until we're definitive. She just went straight to cancer. Cancer, I'm dying. They had to shave off I'm starting chemo. Like she just really started. She dove too deep into it.
But everybody deals with stuff like that differently. So I mean, why?
And that's true. You can't tell people
how to understand the scrutiny against Mia because she did something differently than everybody else would have done
on the internet as a public figure.
Yeah, I still don't understand the scrutiny with Mia because she did something that she felt at the time was what was happening.
I feel like you feeling and your doctor telling you are two. If there's anything you could trust, especially at her big old age and with the finances that she has, is your doctor. Trust your doctor. Your doctor said we got to do more tests. It may be this. We're thinking it could be this. Let's test, and then go figure it out. Okay. And then once they tell you what it is, then you say, "Hey guys, this is what's going on with me." You don't get test results and they say lumps and bumps and it could be this. What lumps and bumps mean? Then they could be this, and then you say, "Oh my God, I'm dead." Hey guys, I died.
But what if she was right though?
I don't know. So why can't you just say nothing until testing? Okay, just speak to close family members or say cancer scare and further testing to confirm. I could, you know what? And now that I'm thinking about it, girl, I would have been okay with she were like, I think I'm having a cancer scare. Because then it will make sense for somebody to say something about lymphoma or whatever. But I feel like sometimes you're putting things in the atmosphere before you need to put in the atmosphere. I'm good on I don't know yet. And then in the dark, I'll cry and say, I'm dying. But the internet wouldn't know.
I think a lot of people are, but I mean, that's just not what Mia did because she felt like doing something different. So
Jiminy Crickets. Okay. So then we touch on Ashley. And Giselle says, hey, I told everybody your business. You getting a divorce, right? And she said, yes. That is what's happening. So she said, well, how? So Robin said, well, how is this happening? Do you need this? Do we have any of these photos?
No, this is towards the end of that. That's why I didn't pull it up.
So basically what they said was, well, how did you get to this point? And she says, well, I don't drink. So Giselle said, so you not drinking is what I'm so tired of them just giving these blanket things. How did y'all getting a divorce now? How did y'all get to that space? So I don't drink. So is
feel like
that
they
what
didn't
it
give her
is?
enough time to finish what she was saying. Giselle is
She
like,
did, because she also talked about, well, and then
I think
sexually, I'm not compatible anymore.
I think that was like cuts though, because I'm like, she's like, well, I don't drink. I think she was like trying to name off the things, but Giselle didn't give her enough time to like finish her thought because I didn't think she was coming to be interrogated. She was just coming to have fun with her friends and talk about whatever's going on. And here
This is
we
the
are
Real
talking about
Housewives
this.
of Potomac. You came to be interrogated. Can I ask you a question though? Because
is this a personal question?
actually, yeah, it is. Because I was about to say, because the second thing was, well, we're not sexually compatible anymore. The things that I thought I wanted to do before in the marriage, I decided that we don't want to do it anymore. She gives an example of what happened to her in Miami, and someone was really attracted to her, and she was like, no, I want to be more monogamous now in this marriage. I want to change things. Have you had an experience like that before? Or because I know you talked publicly on the internet about, you opening up your marriage before. You have.
I think, I probably have talked about that. Yeah, that's
And
true.
no, you have talked about opening up your
I
marriage
don't know if
before.
I've talked about that over here though, but I mean, that's true. That's happened.
It's the same people.
Okay.
Do you think that this also would have been frustrating for you if you was like, look, I'm done. I don't want to do this whole open thing anymore. It's me and you to the end. Nobody else. I got adopted children. It's gonna be just us. I don't want to do this anymore. What do you think?
This did happen in our situation. I was kind of over it, but I knew that didn't mean he was over with, so I let him continue to do it, by himself.
So it could end. So do you understand what Ashley is probably saying?
I don't think that was their main issue of why they separated. Because for me, when it happened in my marriage, I didn't leave because of that. It just was something that I wasn't interested in. I think we're human, so things change with us. At some point, I was interested in doing it. It was fun to me, and I think because we did it, he wanted to do it a lot. I wasn't into that. I'm not like, I guess for me, like I like more intimacy a lot of times. So that all the time was not something that I wanted to do. And I feel like this is kind of the same situation with them. It's like he probably likes this more than he likes just the sex with her. And so, it's a turn off, but it's also like, listen, because we did change into this, now I'm in this space. So if you want to continue to do it, that's fine, but I just don't want to do it. But I'm thinking that she doesn't want him to do it too, from what she's been talking about.
Yeah, it sounds like she wants monogamy.
Yeah. I think that's hard to go back to though.
Yeah, I feel like Ashley did. Well, I feel like there's several things that's going on. And I think once we get more down into the episode, I think Karen hit the nail spot on. You guys put in the comments, what do you all think about? You said what?
You giving Karen props?
Yes. I mean, I think this is a new show, new year, new me. New house. Who this? I feel like there's other stuff that's going on. I think we could slowly see signs of Ashley saying, like, look, girl, I want one ding-a-ling, and no vagina in my face no more. But I don't think that Michael was picking up on it. And I've never been in that type of relationship anymore, before, but if we all used to do it together all the time, and then I'm like, I don't want to do it together all the time, and you still want to do it together all the time, it's kind of weird. It is kind of weird. Now, maybe she could make things, because that I know people who's like, look, I'm not having sex with you that much, okay? And if you need to go find somebody, then go do that. But it's not gonna me. It's not gonna be me. So we can still make this relationship work, but you's gonna have to go have sex with somebody else, because I'm not doing this that much. And I get that, and I'm fully okay with that. Okay, bottoms up. But it didn't seem like she even wanted that. She was just like, look, this is what the marriage is gonna be now. And I don't think Michael was okay with that. Yeah. So they're separating. And in Virginia, you have to be separated for a year before you can file for divorce. Which is, I guess, it's kind of cool. Like, because you could work it out within a year. Who knows?
Now, do you have to file for separation, or do you have to just be separated?
I've never been married before ever in my life. So I have no idea what those people go through.
Okay.
So while they're trying to separate, they're purchasing a house together in an LLC. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? Because they're telling her this is not smart. You are not divorcing. This is not what divorce look like, girl. And he wouldn't even see what the house looked like.
I honestly was thinking what Karen said later on in the episode. I don't want to say that because you don't want me to spoil nothing. But I as soon as I heard it, that's the first thing that I thought.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, Ashley's feeling good about it. She said this has been happening over time. We know exactly what's going on, so I don't got no problem with it. And then this is when Karen gets excited. She says, see, because you're springing. She just needed a cue card. And she says, see, because you're springing into life. And you're springing into your house. And you're springing into your... So then I say we spring for spring. And then the springing of the spring party so we can all spring together. So she invites people to the springing in the spring party. And they said, well, we don't like that because this is not a Karen invitation. So she's downtown at the National Mall singing for her life. Springs. Can you do the thing? Because my voice is a little hoarse.
My voice is deep, so I can't really hit that note.
I know, but people like your voice, so go ahead.
Well, it was like spring into spring.
Yeah, that was really nice. I think the people liked it. Someone
Shay B said the LLC is definitely the way to go. Why?
I think so as well. I was telling
you that. So what is that? I don't understand. Tell me something. What is that?
I own a business with you. You know, instead of creating this whole havoc of we getting divorced, you're giving me money, you're paying me alimony. We create this protected business that everything's in. You know, this is why Sheree could still keep her house. That everything's in, and then I collect assets from it. You collect assets from it. We don't really need to be arguing about any of that stuff. It's all in the business.
But don't he have free range to the house though?
Yeah, I don't think that Michael will come though.
If he gets mad at her.
You think
what they're like, you know what? I don't want her. I'm moving in here too. What if something like financially happens in his life, and then he needs somewhere?
I think you can write down. You can write down who's the primary resident. You could own the house and not be a primary resident.
Okay.
It's like if you buy a house and then you rent it out to someone.
Okay.
Like this is not your primary residence. He likes to stay in Northern Virginia somewhere.
Well, I didn't know. So I mean, that's good information, I guess.
So then we get to the next scene. We have now Candace and Chris. They're going to a fertility specialist. Basically, she's looking to freeze her eggs. And she's trying to figure, she's really busy. She has a lot going on. I think unlike her adversary who is out here selling essential oils, barely, she is on tour. She's opening up new businesses. She's also still on a show that gets tons of ratings. There's just a lot going on with her.
I want to kind of stop here for a second. So was she on tour with them, or they came to the area and then she opened up for them?
So when they came to the area, she opened up with them. She's going on tour now.
But she didn't tour with SWV and Faith Evans.
She wasn't on. No, she said she opened up for Faith Evans.
No, I know she said that. But I was wondering, was she on tour with them, or did she just open because they were in the area?
No, I think they use local artists to open up. Like they asked who's a big, because I mean, and thinking of the DMV, there's so many people they could have chosen. And they chose to pick Candace, which is a big deal because that was a big show at the end. That was a big show.
She opened up for Faith Evans. That is big, and SWV. That's big.
Faith Evans and SWV? You mean SWV and Faith Evans was there too?
Faith Evans is way more credible in the music
than SWV.
Yeah, I mean, she wrote a lot of music for a lot of artists, and she's the first lady of Bad Boy. So yes, she definitely is a bigger artist than SWV.
Y'all put it in the comments. We got 45 people here. Who's the bigger artist, SWV or Faith Evans?
I'm not even shading SWV. I'm not shading
SWV or Faith Evans. We'll give y'all 30 seconds. We'll do a countdown. All right, man, it's looking like Faith Evans has won. Y'all think Faith is a bad? I know 3 Faith Evans songs.
Well, that's unfortunate. You probably know more than that because she's wrote a lot of your favorite hits for a lot of your artists that you like too.
Yeah, but that's performed by them. I mean, I don't know nothing about no Faith.
Faith Evans was in the game longer than SWV. She's still in the game making new music. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I mean the Faiths haven't. I mean, good for her. I don't know nothing about what's going on with Faith Evans. I didn't even know she was doing something. I mean, while SWV still booked and busy. I don't know what's going on with I don't know what's going on there. So can you stop taking them out? I'm highlighting comments. I just want to see.
Okay, there's other comments. I like this one better. You're not even worldwide.
I'm not worldwide. I'm not. Y'all, and if you're watching this on the playback, please let us know who you think is more no. I mean, I only knew about her sleeping with Biggie.
And we're not listening to Young Rich. Young Rich thinks everybody who you don't think is successful. So we're not gonna listen to Young Rich. No, we will not.
So getting back to the episode, she's just been really busy. But so they're trying to figure out what they're going to be doing. She's gonna need to take shots so that they can pull some of the eggs out. And in the middle of them talking to the doctor, they just start arguing with each other, which I thought was really weird. She said, "You don't have enough time. You need to change your job schedule." And the doctor was sitting right there. Maybe it's like how when we be arguing and they just be
and
here.
Everybody's watching us. Keep going on and on and on.
And it'd be the inopportune times. Nobody know what's going on, how we got here. So I think so. It could be like weird like that. Me neither, Miss Keisha. I don't know any of them. So she's saying that he needs a better work-life balance. So as they
I think her expectations of his work life is unrealistic.
You know what's funny? I don't. Now, I know he's a chef.
He cannot control when his job lets him off of work. You get a work schedule. And for her to go back and forth with him about her not liking his work schedule, take that up with his manager, not with him, because he can't change it. It's impossible.
Well, I think he works for himself, and he's saying that if he has a party that's at this time, he'll do the party.
He said he's the manager at the W. He doesn't work for himself.
Well, that's just one part of his job.
He still is a manager at the W. He can't control his work schedule.
So I think that you can, and maybe I don't know. Y'all put in the comments. At my big old age, at his big old age, and her big old age, what's going on, Cheryl? I feel like when you're trying to become a parent, you need a lot more stability.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating if you have someone who's like, I don't know, I'll be here 1 week, I won't be here for 4 weeks. We need to create some type, or you need another job.
But she can't control her work schedule.
She knows when she's filming. She knows when she's going to be.
What if they extend the filming though?
And she can have that conversation with her partner.
And so, but I'm just saying, her work schedule is not something that she knows what day she's off of work. That's not even realistic. Period. In any job.
That's what he says. So they start driving home, and he does say, he was like, "Look, you don't know when you're going to be working, Somebody said, unless you're self-employed, you have a schedule. That's what I was feeling like. I feel like it's easy for you to say.
Self-employed, you don't know. Even if you're self-employed, you don't know what your work schedule is depending on your job.
I don't know. I mean, if you're a teacher, you're working specific hours.
No, you're not. I'm a teacher. Sometimes I don't get home the same time every day. Because if little Johnny decides that he want to have a bad day, I might have to stay a little bit longer. Or if the parents don't come to pick their kid up on time, I might have to stay a little bit longer.
But that seems haphazard. It seems like, okay, maybe once or twice a week, maybe you may not be home.
You're talking about hundreds of kids, though. So no, that's not true, because one day it could be Johnny, tomorrow it could be Susan.
Hundreds of kids.
It's hundreds of kids that are in our grade, and like you never know what time. Like I'm supposed to be off work at 4:30. I don't leave work most of the time until like 5:30.
Okay, so then we'll say that you work from whatever time to 5:30.
My hours are not.
The house regulates. Daddy won't be home until about 6.
My time that I get home differs every day, is what I'm saying.
You could do a roundabout way of, okay, normally Deb won't be home until 6.
If you say so, I mean, that's fine. I know you're gonna make a
we can't look for you past 6.
That's not. I mean, if we have meetings, I don't get home at 6, and now that is scheduled though. So I mean, that would make sense. But I'm just saying, the times differentiate. Period. So I don't think that's realistic for any job that you know when you're gonna be home every day. Especially,
and I think that's a very manly, masculine thing to say. I feel like
what he does.
Children need stability. Children need stability. And what bothers me, I have a lot of single mother friends where men think, well, look, I gotta work. Girl, so do I. But I also know that my daughter needs to be picked up. She needs to be brought to dance class. She also needs to be fed. Her homework needs to be done. She needs to go get her tea brush. She needs to get in the shower. She needs to go to bed. She needs to wake up at a certain time. You can't keep arguing with me about whether or not, well, work is deciding that our child needs stability.
Well, what type of person are you with and what type of job do they have? Because that makes a difference. His job, I mean, like he explained it in his car ride, he can't predict that, because I mean, everybody don't have a birthday party every day. They don't have an event every day. So there are days that he will get there, but what he does, he cannot give her a consistent schedule what time he's going to get home, because his job is a job where you don't know.
They need to call Anthony from Housewives of Potomac. So basically they start yelling at each other. She said, stop cursing at me. You know, I'm really big on, I don't like people. When I'm in a relationship with someone, I don't like swear words being used. It really bothers me. I hate it. Don't cuss at me. I'm not going to cuss at you. Don't even use swear words in what you're saying, and I won't use it with you. It's just I don't like it. I know I'm going to grow up with children who are going to be very weary of cuss words, because I just really don't like them. I do not like them. Now my mom called me little bitch and whatever when we was growing up, but I don't like us talking to each other like that. And I don't want my children growing up thinking that it's appropriate to even swear. There's hundreds and millions of words in the English language and so many other languages. Use those. Don't you even say I don't give a.
Does that still not say argument though? Whether you cuss or not?
You can argue but you can argue and not use those forceful words. You can argue and not say I don't give up about what you got to say.
But can you use non-curse words and they still sound forceful?
Yes, but at least you're not swearing at each other.
Tomato, tomato. I think it's the same thing.
I would be okay. Like me and Tay was arguing in public, and he was like, you know, I'm so tired of these bullshit. You know, I would be like, excuse me, in public. And he was like, I'm just very frustrated. That's different. And now he could be upset.
But it's the same thing, though.
I mean, to you.
So frustrated sounds nicer, but I mean, it's still, I'm tired of this bullshit.
I don't like that colorful language.
It's the same thing. I mean, he's still tired of the bowl.
Somebody said, the important thing I learned on this scene is don't argue on it. Get some Wendy's, okay? So then we go to Robin and Charisse. Y'all know I love me some Charisse. So she's back. Shasha's back. They give her a reintroduction because she hasn't been here in 2 seasons.
I didn't understand it, but okay, now that you said that, that makes sense.
Yeah, she hasn't been here 2 seasons, and we also have to remember that a lot of the audience came during the fight. Y'all black people say y'all don't like fighting and women shouldn't fight on the internet and on TV, but then that's when y'all come. So because a lot more viewership came after Monique was rocking sock and bopping down there to the barn, they have to reintroduce certain characters. So they needed to let her know that who she is. Now, again, and I will say I would agree with Robin. Charisse is the Potomac girl. She is the Grand Dame. She got everybody together. Everybody knows each other because of Charisse. She really started the show together.
What is the job of a Grand Dame? Is it gathering people together?
I think that the Grand Dame is, I think it's a ceremonial title. I don't think it really does anything. I think that really Charisse is just the girl who's brought the people together. Like everybody knew each other on the show because of Charisse, and she came forth with the idea.
But does that make her the Grand Dame though? Because she put together an idea.
I consider her that only because Karen was just another part of the group of people who Charisse got together. It's almost like Mariah. How we look at Mariah from Married to Medicine as this was her thing. She got the girls together. She picked the girls. She knew who the girls were. You know,
we never called her a Grand Dame though.
Well, no, we never called her a Grand Dame. And
matter of fact, they kicked her off the show because they don't really give a damn about her.
Charisse is the one who called Karen that.
Because I think she thinks that she's the Grand. I think Karen's name is the Grand Dame.
She's just being ridiculous. She's just being ridiculous.
Right. I can see with the Grand Dame being there.
I think the person who runs Potomac is more so Charisse and not Karen. But I think because we think about the Grand Dame as this big title and name, it seems like Karen's doing the thing, but Charisse is that girl. And like that, hands down, she just is. She is. She is. Now, she may be going through a divorce. I mean, she may have had to go through a divorce and all of that stuff, but if you want to know who to know, and Monique knows it too. Make no mistake. I made no mistake. Monique knows why she was friends with her. She is that girl. So they meet up. They're talking. Charisse says she has been in 2.5 relationships. And I was thinking, oh my God, she was with a little person? I didn't understand what was going on, but one of them was sexual. You think one of them was the firefighter?
Probably. That's what the first thing I thought about was the firefighter. He probably was the one who lasted the longest because it was just a sexual relationship.
So then we get to when is Robin getting married?
Yeah.
And then we get to that Robin wants a prenup. How did you feel about this conversation? Because Robin feels like, look, I don't deserve half of the money that someone has worked hard for. And Charisse says, with this, what she was doing right now, where she looked like she about to study, she said, you don't think that I deserve you don't think that I deserve half of the money? And I love Robin's honesty. No, you don't. No. You don't deserve nothing. Okay. What do you think?
I feel like she gave that man's money away to that friend. She definitely should not get a prenup because I feel like she should pay him back at least for something. To me, when I first heard it, I was like, the audacity. It was the audacity for me because she gave away all that money. They were poor because of her.
That's true. But now she got the money and they flipping houses. Like she got the coin. And
if I was Juan and I watched this, there's no way we're getting married again. And I'm starting to slowly deposit money into my own damn bank account because I would not trust. You gave away all of our money to some man who didn't do anything with the money. And now all of a sudden you want a damn prenup? The prenup better add the money that you lost when it was my money.
I lost it in death. That man died.
It doesn't matter. No, he stole he stole the money from them, from what she said.
Yeah, and then he died.
Yeah, so whatever money that she lost, that better be added into the damn prenup. And then from there on, whatever it is, that's what it is. But I want my money back if we're going to get divorced.
I'm with it.
And
I
yes,
just
that's
feel
and that it comes to my household, so I definitely no
household. So I do feel I agree with you, Deb. I do feel like she's doing a lot, and I also I what frustrates me a lot. Somebody has to take care of the children. Okay.
right.
And it's very weird of me. Well, I guess if Robin is like, because last season he was like, you got to get up, Robin. You got to take care of the kids. They got to go to school. They got to go. So she also is she making the money and she's still raising the kids. I guess I do kind of see Robin's side because normally I'm like, well, somebody got to make the household work while you making all the money. But if I'm Robin, I'm thinking I got the kids because remember the kids used to help her pack up the boxes, put this up. She always had the children. She always had them. They was helping her paint the rooms, move the stuff. The children been with her the whole entire time. She been a single mother in this marriage. So I guess I kind of do. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me think this through. Because before I was not on Robin's side because I was thinking, well, no, because while you was out there making your millions or all your money, somebody was taking care of the house and the home and doing the kids. But now that I think about it, Robin had to buy the house because he was broke. She had to buy the
because
food,
she made them broke.
She had to raise the children, bring them to school, make sure that they was up. She was going through the
now when you're talking about raising the children, just simply pulls up a very good point. Just simply pulls up a very good point. Didn't one of the sons get a 43 on an English test during COVID?
That's nothing to do with me. That's
is she really raising the kids?
Yep.
Is she really raising them? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. And yes, last year Robin was asleep till noon. The children had to cook breakfast for themselves. Is she really raising them?
The daddy was at work.
The daddy was at his own apartment.
I feel I'm with
he
her.
Didn't live there.
I think my opinion has been changed.
Absolutely.
And then because nobody has anything else to talk about, they talk about Ashley divorcing. She said threesomes, they buy the house together, boom, we done. After that, we get to Mia and her family. She's moved to Potomac, and she lives down the street from Karen. Everybody in Potomac is renting apparently. And she says that. So this is what I don't understand. Excuse me. She did some upgrading. Is she renting to own? Because she did some upgrading to the home. And she says she spent about $65,000.
Right.
In a house that she's renting.
Well, she probably not going to be able to own it now that she don't have no job.
The rent is $10,000 a month, which is $120,000 a year. I mean, which if they make how much money they have, yeah. How do you? That's what I can't go into it right now.
Just you know what though. So to me, I kind of I understand it's a little bit. Maybe I mean because they do have the money to do it. I mean, well, maybe not now, but at that time, if there's stuff in the house that you didn't want, I'm sure that the landlord is not gonna be like, no. If you're upgrading the house, that's less cost for them to have to do stuff. So I think that the things that she wanted in the house,
but she's buying. She spent half a year of mortgage to upgrade the house that she doesn't even own.
Sassy P said, I've seen a lot of folks upgrade rentals with their owner's permission.
She spent half a year's of mortgage to upgrade a home that she doesn't own.
Valentine 20,000 said, I don't care why buying houses somehow looked down on now. Like, what the F?
That's what I want to know. I don't understand why home buying is just like, oh my God, I would rather rent. Because y'all lazy. This new generation
I don't think
lazy.
They want to live. I don't think they want to live in Potomac.
Maybe not.
I mean, I think I was watching somebody's live, but they was like, it looks like old people live there. And maybe they don't want to live like in those spaces, so they're renting.
Yeah, I mean, Potomac is not the most, the Potomac doesn't have the most youthful, group. So yeah. And then I don't want to disrespect the mama. So you want to talk about what happened with the mama when she came on the screen?
Hold on.
She basically was like, "So, what did you get the task?"
Oh, well, let me go ahead so I can show the house. I know that was next. That's the house, and then here's the mom.
Why does she keep having this mama with this clip-on ponytail? And it's really, but every time that she shows the mom, sorry, and I said I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I had to. Why she always got her mom in this Sally Beauty Supply clip-on ponytail? This CBS at the right before you get to the register ponytail. Like the lady got all this money, they spending $10K a month, and you can't just say, "Mama,"
for her, so she's not taking care of the mom. What I'm more concerned about is why is she talking about Karen's clip-on when her mom is wearing a clip-on, like the buns? If the mom can wear a clip-on ponytail, then why can't Karen wear a clip-on bun? I don't understand. But she did say, "Have you still haven't heard anything yet?" Is that all I put? She said there was no results. And so during this time, they were talking about Mia's post that Busy was talking about earlier in the show. Where she was talking about the cancer, and she said that she hasn't found anything, that she has some lumps in her body, that she still has to get checked out. She doesn't want her mom basically to get scared about anything because she's still going through the process, basically. I don't know what bad you could have said about the mom, so I'm not sure why Busy got off, but I mean, there was nothing really to say besides the fact that she didn't really know anything about anything. The mom didn't do anything. What did she do that you didn't like?
Y'all know y'all get really sensitive about me as mother. You know, you can't even say your mama these days. Okay, she's a low budget, nasty ponytail having woman who doesn't know what's going on. She only take care of one daughter. So then after that, Karen arrives. Mm-hmm. Karen has gotten a breast lift. And you know, she's really liking him. Ray says that, look, I don't like the whole vanity thing. She want to keep getting this stuff, she can get them, but I'm not here for it. We learned Ray was that
like, swing them things on your back and bring them to the bedroom.
Yeah, do whatever you need to do. Okay. We learned that Mia can do monkey voice. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. Good job, you acting like a monkey on the national television screen. And her and Karen talk about what's going on with her, the scare, and Karen told her, like, look, I don't think you should be putting that on social media. And you know, Mia, I don't care what the people think. It doesn't matter. I can lie about cancer and AIDS and everything else. I don't care. And that's what Mia's gonna do. She's gonna say she has an illness, and then if she doesn't, she's gonna say I don't have it, and she doesn't care what y'all say about her. So then
why are we so concerned about Mia telling? I don't understand why we're so concerned about Mia telling lies when all these girls have told lies.
You know what's crazy is that if you're gonna put it on social media, it is for public consumption and fodder. You can't sit here and then put your business out. Then it's not business, and then it changes. And then when people
but your health changes.
Yeah, and then we move with the change. I thought you had it. Now you don't have it, and now you're open to criticism, which is why you don't
her post with the changes that was happening from the doctor. So why is it
okay? So then people can be frustrated about it, because then sometimes you have friends, and you're like, oh, I'm pregnant, and then weeks later, not pregnant. Girl, I thought you was pregnant. You say you're not pregnant. What's going on with your life? And friends do that. If you want to open it up to millions of people to do that, that's onto you. Sometimes you got friends, so that you'll bring some boy around like I'm dating, and then next week I'm like, okay, so what's going on with your boy? We're not dating anymore.
I've done that before.
But then that's just that's just me, or maybe 5 other people you told about. I thought you was dating. Now you're not dating. Yeah, but then you open it up to millions of people who watch the show, and now you got millions of people saying, I thought you had it. Now you don't have it. You say to us, y'all do it to Giselle every year. That's what she said. I'm not going to tell y'all.
Because Giselle actually really does lie, and that she never corrects it. Mia actually updated her post.
So do you not see a
hold on, wait a minute. Mia actually updated her post as she got information from her doctors saying, oh, this is what it is. This is what it is. Like, she kept you up to date what was going on. So at the time, she thought she had cancer. Then she changed it like, well, it looks like it's cancer. Then she said something else. Like, she's updated you as time is going on. So
yeah, but people still have opinions about your updates. People have opinions about your updates. I think that's what's being missed here. you open it up for public consumption. You think you have it, and then you don't, and you update the people. That's cool. That's cute. A lot of people don't read your update. And then they say, I thought you had cancer. Oh, so now you don't? Yeah, I put it on Twitter. Well, I didn't read that.
Well, that's what you read the first one, so then read the rest of them.
How do I? The thing is, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, when y'all see somebody post something on Instagram, right? Do y'all go back a week later to see if it's been edited? Deb?
You said you do what?
Do you go back a week later to see if it's been, because at first she posted and then, because that, like they said, then you edited it and you changed it. Do you go back a week later and say, oh, no, actually this right, I screen grabbed the first one, and now that I screen grabbed this one, these are two different posts.
Well, normally what I do, like if I'm doing a news story, I will go to TMZ because they do update their posts that they have. So when you go to the original one, it shows the updated information. So that you know.
I'm asking you, do you go to that person's post to make sure
the original post
you didn't miss any updates?
I go to the original post of what I do. Like I said, most of the time it is TMZ or it's Love B. Scott. And they do update the original post so that you understand the where things are at. So, I mean, it's not their fault that y'all lazy. Y'all don't want to do if you want to talk about it, keep up to date with what's going on. She thought she had cancer. The doctor said it's not cancer. She has is it lymphoma or something like that. Like she changed it every time. So it's not her fault that people are lazy. She's the boss.
You're playing devil's advocate.
No, that's real. Like for me, especially like if I do a news story,
no one's doing that.
I'm going to check the same one because I know that they.
And sometimes I need you to. Sometimes I need you. You voted for Trump. Sometimes I need you to think outside of yourself
because you want to hear fake news. You want to hear the fake part. You don't want to hear the whole thing.
I don't want to hear. Trust me. I want no fake news. I understand what the common person does, and I don't think regular Americans or people in society are going back. I don't think that regular people in general in the world are going through. Let me go. Okay, she wrote she had cancer. Let me go back and make sure she hasn't edited or given any updates. Nobody does that.
That's the normal person. That's what I'm saying. But if you're not a news reporter, so if you're going to read the news, then read the updates as well. Period. That's all I'm saying.
She gave her news out to regular people. When you put it on social media, you give it out to regular people. Everybody's not a news reporter. So
but if you want to follow the news,
of people, can I finish what I'm saying?
Follow the news.
Yeah, and we will. I got the update from you.
And
we are not going to check your edited posts. We don't go back. Twitter.
And that's what I'm saying. That's y'all problem. That's not a real problem because if you want to watch one post, are you not following are you not seeing what's the update? What happened? Is she really having what's next? Like, are you not looking at none of that stuff?
So y'all put it in the comments while we're talking. Because he's saying that y'all are the lazy ones. Noah, D.
That is lazy. It's lazy.
So basically what he's saying is y'all the ones who are dumb because y'all don't follow up on those posts.
I didn't say that they're dumb.
She kept editing the post, and so she was doing it the right way. She thought she had it, and then she edited it and said she didn't have it. And it's up to the common American, the common person, to go back and make sure that those posts were edited to see if there's been an update on that post.
If you're reporting on it, if you go back to the post and
we're not talking about reporting. We're not talking about reporting right now. We're talking about a regular person just watching TV.
If you're a regular person, like, oh my God, Mia has cancer, but then you go back to your post because she updated it and it doesn't say that, that means that she changed what was going on because it
Twitter doesn't let you know, and Instagram doesn't let you know when someone edits a post and they put it back into.
And I know that because people be like, even when you come on YouTube, when you have a whole conversation, they're like, what are y'all talking about? Man, we started this an hour ago. Like, just go back to the beginning, but people don't want to go back to the beginning and find out what's going on. So yes, it is a problem because we don't go back and look at the information.
All right, y'all. He said, and y'all, I don't even feel bad this time because he's talking to y'all. He said that y'all, because I know what the common American feels like. Ain't nobody go. Once you do I got cancer post, I said, oh my gosh, she got cancer. And until you do another post that says I don't have cancer.
But what did you just say about Twitter? You can't edit it. So she did update you. You just people didn't go back and
what
look
if
at
I
it.
found out? What if I? But on Instagram, I only know from that post that she did on Instagram. What if I don't follow her? Because I don't follow her on Twitter.
You need to go to a place where you can be updated the way that you are able to be updated. That's not Mia's problem. That's a people problem who want to go update. If you on Twitter,
No, the problem
you know that
is
Mia said
the
I have
problem
cancer.
is her
Then she
putting her
said I don't have
information
cancer.
online.
They said it looks like cancer. Then she said lymphoma. Then she changed it around because she's on Twitter where people can keep updated if you are wanted to be updated. If you're on Instagram, you're not making the same post 12 times for updates. It's not happening.
So then why? So then don't put it there.
No, it's her social media.
So then then people can sit here and argue with you. I'm sorry, we're not going to agree on this one. I understand that you go back and
I'm not trying to make you agree with me.
I know you look at every repost and every edited thing. We get it. So then we get to Wendy and Peter. We get to Wendy and Peter.
Yes.
They're talking about open up another Buzz and Poets, but for kids. Do you know what Do you know what Bus Boys and Poets is? So Deb? So she wants to open up a Buzz and Poets for kids. Now Wendy does have a lot going on. I thought it was very weird that she was the only one who kind of didn't meet with anyone in the group. She says she has kids, work, candles, books, speaking engagement. The girl got a lot going on. Okay, so she says
give a dog a bone.
She wants to open up. Now I haven't been to the bar one in the at the
I didn't even know
Harvard.
they had one until I seen the season. I know they had one there.
It's been there for about a year plus, I think.
I remember the one in North Carolina, but I didn't know he had one there.
Yeah, it was very quiet. I don't really want to talk about this scene because I think he's slimy. Something about Peter's very slimy.
Pam said was like, Peter was a waste of time.
Yeah, it was, and he's just very greasy. It was just like, I'll put all the money in, you get 10%. You're looking at $300,000 for $1 million, and it will be. And I was thinking, girl, what? And I watching it with Tay, and he was like, "Oh, look at the numbers. Okay, you about to make this much money back. You'll be a fool if you listen to Peter Thomas. So do you put in $300,000 there? You supposed to?" And Eddie, you a fool too. Talking about something I don't want that to be involved at all. Girl, you gonna let her be around this Jamaican girl? Either way, she's trying to make a Bus Boys and Poets for kids.
I hope moving on. I'm glad that he told her not to put that the kids come in from 2 to 4. I was like, girl, what are you talking about?
This is a Bus Boys and Poets for kids. After that, you got Ashley and her family.
You want to talk about the kid? I posted the kid because I know you want to talk about him and call him Baby It. So I made sure that it was there because you asked for these pictures. So you talk about it because I know that this is your favorite subject about this little boy.
Y'all.
Don't even throw it to me because this is your favorite subject about this little boy.
No, it's gonna be very hard for me to talk about this. Can y'all? So, y'all, I'm sorry, and I know y'all gonna be mad. I gotta pull it up. I know y'all gonna be mad at me, and that's okay. And that's okay. I just feel like y'all need to understand that I'm not joking here, and
not cousin it, baby it.
Are y'all trying to tell me?
Thing?
No,
I didn't think it was.
Y'all trying to tell me? Y'all trying to tell me that this little boy, he looks like Pennywise? I'm sorry. And I know the people get mad at me. Oh, busy. You need not to say that. Oh my God. Oh, you should. That's rude. That's mean. The baby looked like Pennywise to me. He looked like Pennywise. And I'm not trying to be rude. This is a famous man. The baby looks like Pennywise to me. And I know the people get upset about me saying it. And some people could look at it as being rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be mean. Children are children. They could look like all types of things and they get older and they get attractive. The baby looks like Pennywise. That's all I was trying to say.
Are we done now? I
No,
know you
because
hit your moment.
I'm not
I
gonna
know
be
you
able
hit your moment.
Can you say what's going on in the scene? I'm not gonna be able to stop.
The people are agreeing with you.
I'm not gonna be able to stop. So what happened in the scene?
This scene to me was actually really creepy, and it sounded opportunist much.
He looked like Ed. The baby looked like Ed.
Let me take this baby off the screen so Busy can stop. So Ashley is explaining to them that basically, like her living situation at this point, she found a house and Michael's going to be there. He's on the LLC. Uncle Lump is like, wait, whose house? That's not. I went too far. Okay, Uncle Lump is like, what the hell are you doing, bitch? You're supposed to be going on your own. You got a damn LLC. Are we building a business? Are you building another relationship? What are you doing? His wife want to know whether or not she's going to be still staying in the house. The mother want to know, can she live in a new house or not? This is what I'm getting from this. Now what the story is saying. This seemed like, what are we getting from Michael to me? Now, I don't know what you watch, Busy, but to me, it just seemed like they were more concerned about what Ashley is going to get from Michael when this is over. And Uncle Lump basically called her an idiot.
So. Yeah, his nephew's climbing out of sewers. I'm sorry. I really be having to get off the screen because I could go for days.
With his baby?
Y'all give him a red balloon for Halloween. Nobody know the difference. Okay, you really don't got to put no makeup on it. Just give him.
And Gail, from what you guys have been saying, I guess I agree with that. But this family meeting right here, it was like vultures at this marriage. And I'm agreeing. I'm going to say this because I know that Giselle was doing it earlier in this episode, and then the family started doing it. Ashley's like, give me some time to get over the damn relationship before y'all start doing all this. I didn't like this conversation at all. I didn't like Giselle's conversation in the beginning. I really don't like this one. I don't like the one that's coming up later on either. It's like they're rushing her to get done with this relationship. And I understand the stuff that Michael have done, but it's like they have no sympathy for her at all when it comes to this relationship.
And they have no sympathy for their house, their junky ass house. So
listen, so look at you see that pan behind her?
Mm-hmm.
What was in that? Because I'm like, they ordered the food, but then what did they cook?
I think that's just grease on the stove. You know how y'all black.
No, she kept moving it around. It was like a meal, or like, I don't know if it was a dessert or a meal, but she kept moving it around. It was like she would move it to this side and then be right back to this side because of the editing.
But I will say like, her uncle was like, "What the fuck is going on with your life?"
Right.
He was done with it. He said, "What type of life are you living?" He was very concerned. He had no idea what's going on. And Ashley's like, "Look, let's just give me time to get it together." And was like, "What the fuck is happening here?" Okay.
I feel like he wanted to say, "You are a fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing?"
He really wanted
Are you building a LLC? Are you divorcing or fucking your life up again?
Don't know what's going on. Okay, he was done with it. All right, so then we get to Giselle's brand new home. I see the vision coming together. Now, I will say this. I think there's more work that needs to be done, if I'm going to be honest. But I love a circle driveway. I'm trying to get us to be able to get one. I just love a roundabout. Okay, I love a roundabout on her. I still don't like the fact that she attached that house to the house all the way on the west wing. I really don't like that she attached that house to the house. But it makes it easier for her kids to be able to live, and she could just film in that area because I feel like that's where she does a lot of her filming or whatever. So I think, knowing what you thought about it before, what do you think about the renovations?
It's starting to look like a house now. I'm appreciating that it's looking less like I can get my oil changed here. I didn't even go and pull up the old picture because I didn't want you to log off today.
Oh no! Oh, this is my channel. You will be gone, and you won't come back on.
I can still come back until you delete me. It's gonna take you a long time before I even do that. But
yeah, it would.
I didn't pull it up because I didn't want to get kicked off the channel today. But it does. It's starting to look better. It looks like a house.
It does. There is something. I'm with Pam. There is something missing here.
I can't do with this though. A beautiful mansion like that. Now we're exaggerating here, Young Rich. This is where it gets the part where I can't handle it, and I'm gonna start.
But it does look good. But there is
it does look
something
a beautiful mansion.
Missing.
It does not.
So we get to her. Basically, she's trying to figure out what she's gonna be wearing. She put her daughters. They look really good. We learned the invitations that were sent out. This time there were no bugs in the invitation, so I thought that was cute and cool. It was tacos and tequila, and guess who tried to eat some of the tacos and tequila?
Robin.
Baby Ed. He wanted to open up the tequila. He was like, "Look, let's start." I wanted to start early.
If she would have waited like 3 more seconds, he would have had that damn bottle and it would have been gone.
It's a little cutesy one. He was like, "Yeah,
he was like,
getting it."
I think Daddy do this.
Baby, or his mother. It looks just like the Corona. She be chugging down every second, every episode. He probably like, "Oh yay, one for mommy, okay." So
remember when she opened the door, he was like, "It's my box."
Is this mine? Okay. So she calls her daughters down there, like, "Look, girl, all your stuff you got is ugly. Do something with it." And then she gets a chance to talk to Robin, who
I want to go piece by piece. She pulled that one out. The daughter's just like, "Bitch, or what's going on? This is not. This looks like church clothes.
Why Dora's dressed like that?"
Then she pulled this one out, and they was like, "Girl, this ain't it either. What is this? Look like you was going to somebody's clown's funeral." And then she pulled out this one. Now, when she pulled this out, I was like, "This ain't it either." But the girls was like, "Bitch, that's what we saw you. We pulled this one out for you. For you."
Is that what they said? Exactly. Make sure you bring them on. We said.
She said, "I was shocked with you when you bought this one." I was like, "I don't like that one either." When she put it on, though, it did look nice.
It looks really good on her. So then we talked to Robin. She has, she's getting herself together. And she said, "Whatever you got in your closet, that's what you bring." So then we get to Karen's spring kickoff celebration of life event. Now, I'll say this. As soon as I saw it, y'all, this is like a tangent, but me and Taylor Bay have been dating or talking for a minute. And one of our first outings as a couple, our first outing as a couple was at this place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got free weed when we walked into the door. It was very random. I gave it to my brother.
They got free weed?
Yeah, they was giving out free weed when we walked into the door. It was very weird. But I
is that like the restaurant does that, or somebody gave it to you, like somebody ran?
It was a party.
Oh,
it was a party, and me and Taylor Bay, we were there. No, it was not. It was just like it was a birthday party. It was weird. It was very weird. But I don't smoke, so I just gave it to my brother. But it's a very nice place, you guys. The drinks are so good, the food's good. And when we were watching it, and I was like, "Babe, that's where we went." And I called it our first date, but it wasn't our first date because we were now a couple. But it was the first place we ever went as like a couple. And he looked it up because he was like, "That's not it." He don't believe in me, and he was like, "Oh my god, it was." I know a building. This is in the Shaw Howard area. If you're driving down Florida Avenue, you'll be able to see. No, you have to turn down, I think, like 6th Street. You'll be able to see it. But it's a really, really nice place. So we get there, and Karen says she has multiple names. It's the spring kickoff celebration of life, celebration, whatever.
It's basically a birthday party for her.
Yeah, she's really excited about it. She says she's been staying in the bubble, so she's ready to get out and live life. This is when we first meet Jackie. She met Jackie through Mia. She's a friend to
Jacqueline. Her name is Jacqueline.
I thought she was calling her Jackie. Did she not call her Jackie?
Her name is Jacqueline, though.
Oh, normally the people's names who are Jackie are Jacqueline.
Well, they put her name at the bottom of the screen as Jacqueline. So
her name is Jacqueline.
That's what I said.
You said Jacqueline.
Which you called her Jackie.
Yeah, that's normally what they call Jacquelines.
Go ahead, what you said. It's fine. I thought it was.
Yeah, am I wrong in this? Don't they normally call Jacquelines Jackie? I have a friend. Her name is Jacqueline, and we call her Jackie.
I thought the 2 E's was like Jacqueline. I don't know.
You real ghetto, and if that's how she really pronounces it, that's because you black. And
Well,
you
just
ghetto,
simply spelled it differently. So I mean, I don't know if the ghetto spellings are Jacqueline or Jacqueline or whatever the name is.
Either way, we meet Jackie. Okay, we meet Jackie. So we meet Jackie. It's me, his friend. They start talking about their children. It looks like Karen's daughter is gonna be moving to New York, and she's gonna need some help. So they're gonna be looking at houses. I hate these type of tablecloths, like for real. I really hate them.
I thought it went well with the event though. Like it looked really nice to me.
No, those things just make me so upset. Have you ever tried to eat on them, put stuff on them?
I don't think they were planning on eating off of them.
Look at them. They got stuff on it. They're very tacky. So Giselle's not ready to be an empty nester. Then we get them talking about Ashley. I agree with Curran. Ashley playing a game, okay? And I mean, I'm already partnered with a man that I love dearly, and I'm gonna stay with for the rest of my life. But if I wasn't, and I could find me a rich man, I would be like, I'm divorcing you, buy me a house. We divorcing, I need an LLC and put half the money in it. I would be doing everything. I would be getting what I can get and gather. Not just I look like a sofa. And gathering what I need. So Ashley arrives. She symmetry is not her thing.
Something's not working with her because why does she not know to take the umbrella down at this door?
Exactly. She's getting
like, she really stood there all the time. Like, I can't get in. And
how do I do this?
How do you if you don't take that fucking umbrella down?
She's getting a divorce. Y'all know how y'all like to give Ashley passes for stuff. She's going through a divorce because if Candace would have said, "You dumb beat, you don't know how to deal with it." Oh my God, Candace is so insensitive. She's getting a divorce.
That's her out to say something about an umbrella.
She's dumb.
Okay, so yeah, we would have had an issue with that.
Exactly. So Ashley arrives and she said, "I found a house." And they said, "But I thought you were divorcing." And she said, "Oh no, I never said that." They said, "Well, no, you did say you was no." I said we're separating to get a divorce. No, what are you talking about? So you're separating for divorce? No, I said we're separating. What we doing here? I guess you can't say divorce first in Virginia. You have to say you're separating only and not say you're getting a divorce.
She told them at the beginning that you have to go through a separation for a year before you go through a divorce.
So you are divorcing, but you're separating first.
I think that what she was saying, I think that they cut some stuff off. I think that she was saying that right now she's going through a separation because legally she has to. That was the divorcing.
Truth.
She's going through a separation right now.
You have to separate first, but you're divorcing.
She has to go through that for a full year. So right now she's going through a separation. She did lie because she did say she was going through a divorce. She did say that. But I think when it came to this, she's like, well, no, we're just getting separated right now because we got a whole year. Who knows what's going to happen after this? So
you're divorcing. Either way, she says that Giselle spilled some tea. And was like, well, I wouldn't buy a house with my man. Like Robin's name is the only name on the house that she lives in. Did we know that?
Say it one more time.
Robin's name is the only name on the house.
No. We did not know that. We did not know that. But her point wasn't even really made because they just did that like last season, right?
She's telling her best friend secrets.
But didn't they get the house last season?
Mm-hmm.
Which means when they got divorced, she did the same thing Ashley did. Or was she living in Juan's house?
Juan's house, they were lived in an apartment.
Well, his apartment. Whatever it was, what Giselle said, it didn't make any sense because I'm like, they just moved into the house last season. So before that, because she didn't address that, were they living in Juan's place or were they living in the place they had together with both the names?
They were living in an apartment. Who knows whose name was on the lease? Your mama name could be on your lease.
It doesn't even really matter. The fact is,
it does.
Yes, it does. Still on it.
Are we sure?
Or Juan's was because
they were renting. They were renting, and you don't own anything you're renting. So whether or not Juan's name was on the lease or not, girl, both of us can be kicked out immediately.
The reason why they were saying it was because they wanted her to be separated from Michael, right?
Yes.
So had Robin's name been on Juan's lease, he still had opportunity to get out.
No, he can lease. No, because on a lease, the owner, because they both don't own it, the owner decides what happens. Juan can't be vindictive and say, "Oh no, you're getting kicked out, girl. You don't run nothing around here." I decide who gets kicked out of here.
If her name's not on the lease,
and I think that Robin's name was truly on the lease. She's the only one with the money.
But my other point is, if both their names was on it, that still it didn't make sense to me because it's like
nobody has more power than the other in a renting situation.
The point that she was making was you don't do anything together if you're getting a divorce. Even Karen said,
you don't buy a house.
I'm getting out of it.
No, you don't buy a house together is what she's saying.
You can own something. You can rent something with someone else. So Robin can sit this one out. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You can rent something with someone else. You don't get something to own with someone else.
The point that they were making was you don't do a joint venture with somebody you're divorcing.
Why did you bring up the renting?
Because they went into another place to live together again after they got divorced.
Yeah, but if someone decides that they're not going to pay their part of the bill, you can still do whatever you need to do. You don't.
That's not the point that they were making, Busy. The point was you don't have a joint venture with your ex-husband after you decide to get a divorce.
And I agree with that. I just didn't understand why you was bringing up the renting situation.
Because they got another place together after they got divorced. So Robin has no place in this conversation.
Robin, his name's not on the
mortgage of the house
or the title.
Now. But the point that they were making, the point that doesn't make sense to a lot of people, maybe you don't understand this. Whoa. But they still lived in the same place after they got divorced. They might have signed a lease together. Maybe her name was on it, his name was on it, but she's moving into another place, or they kept the same house together after their divorce. So Robin,
and there's a difference. There's a difference there.
What's the difference?
Just like what she's saying. So her and Michael, they live in a place together. You cannot decide you're getting a divorce with someone and then buy a house with them. That's weird because Robin's name is the only name on the home that they have now. Now, whether or not her
last year,
yes, it don't matter. It don't matter if she bought it 5 years ago or last year. Only Robin's name is on it. Nobody else's name is on it.
She did the same thing that Ashley's doing. It's not a mortgage, but she's
not. She's not doing the same thing.
She's still signing an agreement with the man who she's divorcing.
If they're purchasing together in an LLC because that's both of their company, then they both own it.
D. Marie, he doesn't have any money because Robin gave it to the best friend.
I don't know. All right, so let's keep moving. Because this is getting longer than the show. So then after that, they say it's not making sure. She says, look, I'm being the most transparent with you, Giselle, out of anyone. So because I had coochie cravings and I wanted Michael's wrinkly peen the other night. And I woke up and I was just very distraught. And they said, did you have sex with him? She said, no. So then Ray shows up and then Candace shows up. Now, Candace came in looking tired. I don't know if she slept on the way.
He does, Sarah.
I don't know if he slept on the way, but she slept on the way. But Candace came in like, hey, Ray. She looked very tired. So she comes up. Ashley goes to see her friends, and then Candace sits down. And they say, okay, well, what's going on? And she said they're buying a home together. And she said, "What they're divorcing." And that's when we see a flashback of Robin telling her that. And Candace said, "Well, I would throw the divorce party. I want my friend back. I thought it was cool when we had a cool relationship, and it would be great to be friends with her if she's not married to Gollum." Then a scholar comes in, and then Wendy comes in, and she says hello to everyone. She said, "Well, where's Giselle?" She goes over and she says, "Oh my God, hey Giselle." And Giselle said, "Oh, excuse me, we don't do the hand thing. Don't touch me. Don't talk to me." Da da da.
That's my favorite part.
Why was it your favorite part? And this is not even the part. What are you? Why is she on that screen?
These are all in order. So I mean,
okay, so you're skipping.
You're out of order with what you're saying, but
no, we're not. Now we're here.
You said you just talked about Wendy coming in. This is Candace and Giselle.
That is not Candace. That is Wendy. Candace has shoulder pads. Go backwards. One picture.
No, you're right. I'm wrong.
No, go back up. Go back.
I said you're right. You're right.
Because Candace has shoulders.
This is when she was like, "Don't touch me."
Exactly. Apologize.
You're right.
I know I'm right. I said apologize to me.
Did you apologize to me earlier? It's not going to happen. This is my favorite part because this is some Virgo shit for real. If we're done with you, we are. Don't come hugging me. Don't come talking to me. Get your ass away from me. For real. And Giselle in true Virgo fashion was like, "You talking shit about me last year. We ain't hugging. We not doing. Get off of me." Wendy tried to touch her like 3 times. I ain't doing this. I love this moment of Giselle.
I thought it was childish, petty.
I know you did, but I love this moment. It's like, no. It was hilarious to me.
The thing is, she's so mad. She was talking to a random lady at the bar.
That's Robin. That's what I was saying earlier. Robin, because that girl was Robin's friend. I'm like, why is all Robin's friends here? Giselle made me so mad when he talked ish about you because you started with her. Don't touch me. I want to do that.
Excuse me. Right. She was doing too much. It was like, "Girl, calm down. No, please. No, sorry. No." It was like, "Girl, you're just doing a lot. You're doing too much."
But when she said it, she's like, "That was some fake ass shit." I was like, "Oh." It's some Virgo shit for real. To me, I was like, that's me, because I'm like, if you don't talk shit about me, do not come hug me on some fake shit. That's real to me.
After that, then she dismisses Wendy to the other side of the restaurant, and then Mia comes in, and that's when now Giselle's full of hugs. Is there a reason why you keep playing Riley Knox?
I just was posting stuff busy at this time. I was just trying to get it done so we can go live together.
But if we go backward, can you go backwards?
Even though, let's talk about Riley Knox.
Now this is Riley Knox.
If you guys don't know, Riley Knox has been doing a lot of the Housewives dresses for the reunion. She did Monique's first, and then she's been doing Ashley's. I think she did Wendy's. She did for Married to Medicine. She did Toya's. She did Jackie's this year. Not Jackie, Simone's. Yeah. I think she did Simone's last year too, right?
I don't know. I only know her because she performed at Shakita's drag show. So I've known her for, I think it's been like 4 years now. No, 5, because I was dating my ex-boyfriend. And she's a Beyonce impersonator. She's one of the best out there in the land. And that's how I knew her first. And the costumes that she make for the reunions is the same thing. Like, she's really good at her beating and her craft. And I only knew her from Shakita's drag show. Every Sunday I would go to the drag brunch, and I wanted to see Riley Knox perform. I have several pictures where I should pull them up. But I thought she said she doesn't do it anymore, which really frustrates me because she's really good at it. She looks like no, she doesn't.
Oh,
she stopped. I think she's just doing more. Once her and Monique kind of became friends, she kind of stopped doing drag. Yeah, and she just started doing more of the decorating thing, which is kind of sucks because when I say she's the best at it, I would be in the front row and I would make my way backstage after the show was over just so I can make sure that I saw her and tell her how much I loved her. Like she's like amazing. Now her teeth jacked up, but
Princess said she did a
outside of
show a
that,
few months ago.
she did where?
I met her through Richie Sky and my I call him my brother, but it's Richie Sky's best friend, like in 2014 or 2013. But she was doing impersonations at the time too. That's when I fell in love with her because she was doing Beyonce stuff. But I wanted to show her because I know that a lot of the housewives always talk about her, and we never get to really see her. So I want to pull her up on this.
Amen.
So we can.
So then after that, we get to Mia coming in, and they said, "Oh my God, hey Wendy, this is what cancer, no cancer looks like. What's going on with you?" And you know, it seemed like you were very attention seeking. Robin comes in randomly. And they were saying, like, look, it seems like you were looking for attention. And Karen agreed. She said, no, I didn't agree, but I wouldn't have put it on social media. And she was saying that I was using my platform for a purpose. And they said, well, what was the purpose? The purpose is I was hurting. And they said that my test results came back and you may have lymphoma. So if you think it was for attention, F you. And that's where the episode stopped.
I made it through that. So yeah. How do you feel about her telling Giselle F you? And Giselle, and the whole situation with Giselle?
No ways. I agree that it was. I mean, we argued about it here. I agree that it was attention seeking. But I also have a mom as a nurse. I mean, I have a nurse as a mother. So I understand that you can't jump the gun in a lot of issues. And my mother was always very quiet. She's always told us, like, it don't matter if you got a cold. The only people who need to know is your job, and that's it. And then other family members, and then you don't need to tell nobody else about your medical history, your medical business. Because then those things can change, and something that you thought you had, you don't have, and then some tests take weeks to come back. You don't know what's going on. Just wait and see. And you can stress yourself into even worse of a sickness or illness. Because first you probably just have one small thing, and now you're just stressed out, and you've created more things in your body. Wait until the doctor says something. And I feel like the doctor was like, okay, we got to do more tests. And she was like, cancer, I do it. Got to do it. Got to tell it. Then 2 weeks later, now she's like, so no cancer, but lumps and bumps. And it could have just been chicken pox. Girl, let us figure out what it is. Why? Before you run to social media.
Why?
That's just how I felt. Well, and I'm not going to say, I already answered why. Maybe you weren't listening to me. I talked about my mother. I talked about knowing what the status is, understand. So those are all the reasons why. So if you want to know,
I thought you were talking about you, but that's not Mia though. So I'm saying in Mia.
I'm going from my opinion. Oh,
so she should feel how you feel.
No, gotcha. You asked me what I thought, and I'm saying
I thought we were talking about the show. I thought you were talking about the show, not you.
We are talking about the show. This is what I think Mia should have done because of this. I can't speak for me. I can't speak for Mia's perspective. I think Mia should have waited, and
we're not doing a review on you. We're doing a review on the show.
So then, what perspective should I give you my opinion on?
Even though you know why you would feel that way when it comes down to this woman who's been talking.
So then, if I'm going to speak from Mia's
what I'm saying first, because I think I was trying to finish
because you sound foolish.
No, what I was trying to say was I understand why you feel that way because that's how you've been brought up, but Mia hasn't. So why should she feel that way? Because the reality is, first of all, why is Giselle in my business? And if because I posted on social media, well, I updated my post. Now, if you want to be in my business, then follow the post. If not, then shut up, okay? Because this ain't it. I need to understand what the real issue is. So when Mia explained to her at the end of it, everything she had been through, Giselle looks like she feels like shit because she looks like shit because what she said was real. That's what people go through when they get these, when this happens. So again, I'm asking you the same question.
What, and the question is what?
Oh no, I forgot what I was talking.
Exactly. you be so ready to be devil's advocate, and I don't think you sound smart.
Well, I mean, I do because honestly, I feel like it was very irritating to see them bombard her about her own health.
I hear you.
And no, Gail, her face does look different. We had a conversation about it earlier today. People do not like what her mouth looks like. But yeah, if you're gonna follow a story, honey. If you can't, then don't stop reading the original one.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Don't be
tell
mad.
the people. Tell the people where.
I don't know what you said. It was like tell the people something.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me over here on this channel, on BusyBlu's channel. Whenever he goes live, I'll be here to terrorize him. You can also follow me everywhere at SoDebonaire right here on my channel and all social media as well. Are you rushing me out of here?
So we'll be doing videos every week. We're going to ping pong which channel we do the videos on. This video is on this channel this week. So if you want to get the recap and the
What's up?
If you want, well, I guess he's muting the part that's important to his channel. If you want to know where you can find the next recap for the next, and we will be live doing the video next. Sounds cool to me. You know, I don't got a problem with that.
You know what? You muted yourself when you did it.
I don't have no problem with that. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I just told y'all where y'all gonna find the next video.
You muted yourself when you said it.
I just told y'all where y'all gonna see the next video at. So make
sure you muted yourself.
Next week, make sure you're there to watch the next video with us. I'm gonna shout out my members or whoever is still here.
Busy, you better not. You better not.
We'll figure out what's going on.
You better
I'm about to go get busy, and you guys stay busy. Till next time.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and we